Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Today's topic is popular culture, an important segment when it comes to cultural studies. So let's get into the slides. What do you mean by popular culture? So, this term was coined in the mid 19th century. And popular culture is the cultural traditions of the people when it is contrasted to the official culture, or in other words, the high culture of the state or governing classes. So it is generally recognized as the vernacular or people's culture that predominates in a society at a particular point of time. So, pop culture involves the aspects of social life most actively involved in by the public. So, here we see a number of definitions given by the famous critic Raymond Williams. So, when he defines popular culture, he calls it to be well liked by many people. And he also tells that it reflects the inferior kinds of work or work deliberately setting out to win the favor of the people, right? And when it comes to another quote, he says, it is a culture that is actually made by the people for themselves. So, also, he defines it from the political point of view of Antonio Gramsci on the concept of development of hegemony. So, hegemony, you know, isn't it? Disclosing intellectual and moral leadership of the dominant groups in society over the subordinate group. So, these are the various definitions given by Raymond Williams. And what are the contemporary aspects of popular culture? So, popular culture encompasses the most immediate and contemporary aspects of our lives. And industrial revolution and urbanization led to its development. And something else about popular culture is that it is often subject to rapid change. I mean, it is subject to rise and fall. And certain standards and commonly held beliefs are reflected in popular culture. It reflects and influences people's everyday life. And the key characteristic of popular culture is that it's easy accessibility to the masses. Well, now let's see what is meant by high culture, as Raymond Williams reflects in his criticism. So, the very first thing to know about high culture is that it is not meant for mass consumption, right? So, it is actually the officially sanctioned high culture and the best that has been taught and written in the world. So, these are the characteristic features of high culture. These professional structures, I mean the high cultures, exist within the so called social structures. So, the high culture is not mass produced, it belongs to the social elite, the fine arts, opera, theater, high intellectualism that are associated with the upper socio-economic classes. So, hopefully, I think you'd have understood about high culture. And now let's jump into this section, the culture of the people. What do I mean by the culture of the people? It is none other than the local culture or popular culture. So, it is actually a residual category that accommodates cultural texts and practices which fail to meet the required standards to qualify as high culture. So, remember, the local culture or popular culture is a residual category. So, here popular culture is defined and characterized as inferior culture, or in other words, it is generally looked down upon, right? So it is actually a mass produced commercial culture, and it is easily accessible to the urban masses. And on the other hand side, it is superficial, and it originates from the people. So urbanization is the main concept in the formation of popular culture. Well, what do you think are the sources of popular culture? Radio, film, television, literature, news, social media, and cyber culture. So these are the essential sources of popular culture. Well, so here let's see a few examples of popular culture, and I have brought in quite a few examples. So here, rock music. So rock music can be easily identified as a part and parcel of popular culture. And now comes cosplay. Actually, this is a form of dress up where people dress up like various characters from popular culture. So the pictures might help you. And even the food and drink trends of a society can contribute heavily to popular culture. For example, popcorn and soda at the cinema theaters, ice cream at the beach in summer may also be seen as a popular trend. And flash mobs. So the display of flash mobs in public spaces have recently become a trend, and that can be also added to the popular culture. And the hip hop trend. So this is an African American subcultural music genre that can very easily be added to the genre or category. And now comes the famous K-pop or the Korean pop. It is actually a famous or a popular music from the South Korea, the famous Gangnam Style. So all these things that can be categorized to the popular culture. And the reality TV programs becomes a part and parcel of popular culture. You would have witnessed. And even the superhero movies, or maybe the Batman or the Superman or the Spider-Man, right? So they also form a part of popular culture, and some of the video games. And here again, viral social media challenges, right? So you could have witnessed easily in Instagram and other social media applications. For example, the ice bucket challenge, Kiki challenge, cinnamon challenge. So you can browse and find it out. So they might be interesting. So these are the viral social media challenges that contribute to the popular culture trend. So these are the sources, and hope you'd have enjoyed the video. Those who haven't subscribed, do subscribe and watch. So this is Wahida signing off.